It's my feel-good breakfast show.
A very good morning to you and a warm welcome to your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, on SABC3. And it's time this morning that we turn our attention to a very serious and pertinent topic. Now, the 21st of September, which is today, marks World Alzheimer's Day, and it aims to bring awareness to an illness that affects millions of people around the world. Alzheimer's is an illness that affects the brain and, of course, manifests in the form of memory loss and language problems, impaired judgment, and, of course, in some cases, difficulty recognizing the loved ones around you.
That's right. Well, there's still this huge misconception about Alzheimer's in South Africa, and many people think it comes naturally with growing old, but this is not the case. Alzheimer's is a disease, and often people can start displaying symptoms as young as in their 30s. Now, many sufferers live in lower income areas and don't have access to proper care, and today we want to highlight a home that is doing amazing work for those suffering with Alzheimer's.
Yeah, it's called Prim, and they form part of an NGO called Methodist Homes, an organization that has dedicated themselves to caring for the aged.
2 million South Africans are diagnosed with some form of dementia. Alzheimer's disease is the most common form of dementia, and it affects multiple functions of the brain, including memory. Prim is an Alzheimer's home in Joburg where people like Trevor Pilling are given full-time care.
About 13 years ago, Trevor was transferred to Durban, and it was while we were living there that the Alzheimer's started manifesting. We weren't absolutely sure what it was. There were signs, but at no stage in the early stages did we think it was that. I think as a family, one faces tremendous challenges with someone that has Alzheimer's. Firstly, there is the absence of a father figure and a husband. There are days when you are really, really heartbroken about what you are experiencing, and other days where you force yourself to laugh in order to cope. You have to force yourself to pick up your life and to continue with your life, knowing that he is being cared for as well as he possibly can be cared for.
Sagrin Ramalinga moved to Johannesburg with his family in 2013 due to work commitments, and he not only has one family member in the care of Prim, but both his father and mother-in-law are residents at the home.
We could blame a lot of things, fate and so on. It is a very, very difficult and tough situation to be in. You know, initially there was a lot of anger and unacceptance about the condition and that it happened to a family where 2 members have the condition. So it's been tough, but after a while you pass that stage and then you try and do the best that you can given the situation and the circumstances. You try and create new memories and new experiences given the current condition.
Prim is one of 4 establishments run by the Methodist Homes organization for people with Alzheimer's or other forms of dementia. With a specially trained staff of 75, they care for a capacity of 79 residents, but it's still not enough to meet the demand.
There is not enough emphasis on elderly care in South Africa. Unfortunately, the elderly are generally the forgotten generation. And we forget about the people that have worked all their lives to build this country to what it is. And the people that have left a phenomenal legacy, they're the ones that now need our help. And that is our job, to advocate and campaign for society to stand up and say, we have a responsibility to care for the aged in South Africa. They are part of our society. They have amazing wisdom and knowledge, and we're not drawing on that. World Alzheimer's Day is an opportunity for us to campaign, educate, and raise awareness that this is a real disease that affects real people. And they are human beings, and as long as there's blood pumping through their veins, we have a responsibility to care for them.
The staff of Prim are kept busy from dawn till dusk, feeding, bathing and running activities with residents, along with maintaining the premises, and most of them work 12-hour days, but they do it all with a smile on their faces, knowing that they're making a difference.
It's wonderful that there is a facility such as this, where Trevor has the care that he has. The level of care that he receives is heartwarming and allows me to continue with my life knowing that he is extremely well cared for.
I think because of the experience of having my mother-in-law here initially and the way the staff care for the people that are here, they make it like home away from home. And I think that's what we like about it, and that's why we moved my dad here as well.
You can't help but get emotionally involved, and you can't help but feel for these people and their families. And we like to be involved with the family members and with the residents. So if a family is struggling, we call them upstairs and we have counselling sessions. And it does take its toll occasionally on all of us, in fact, but we just make sure that we debrief and to support one another when things are getting very difficult.
I put my emotions aside and I focus on them because they need me most. So I want to make their day more special than mine.
With longer life expectancy in South Africa, more people are living to an age where they are at risk of developing dementia. Due to financial limitations, Methodist homes can only provide care for a small number of South Africans, so more facilities like Prim Villa are needed and more emphasis on caring for the aged is imperative in the future.
Here at Expresso, we send all of our love and support for those living with Alzheimer's and the amazing people who care for them. It's important that we take days like this to educate ourselves on the realities of this degenerative disease, and it's even more important to know that there are people out there who can help.
Absolutely. And if you have a family member that may be showing signs of Alzheimer's, or if you want more information on the topic, then you can call the Alzheimer's SA helpline. The number to call is 0860 102 681. I'll give it to you again, 0860 102 681, and they'll be able to direct you to local support groups and put you in touch with the relevant healthcare professionals.
Now also make sure that you visit their website. It's alzheimers.org.za, and there you can find all the information you need. They have a detailed page that will explain how the disease works, as well as a list of 10 warning signs to look out for, along with the steps to take once being diagnosed.